She look good, get the fuck out of my fire.
Cars have been in an accident, but Carfax shows
Prove trust without the fuss with Vanta AI. Complete security questionnaires up to 5 times.
What's the deal? We in this motherfucker, man, going crazy on time. And it's Squabble Up!
Squabble up.
Yeah.
Squabble up. She look good, get the fuck out of my fire.
Fat Joe is in some.
Man, Fat Joe been racist on FaceTime with Fat Joe.
Right now. He's getting heavy backlash all across social media from statements he said on the Math House podcast. Now, the statements from Fat Joe addressing probably the most heated hot topic debate in hip hop right now. And the hot topic debates actually started with the She film that he recently released called Microphone Check. Now, in this documentary, Tariq Nasheed would interview people like Lord Jamar and others, and the movie was based on the premise that blacks and blacks only were the original founders of hip-hop, and I feel like it's warranted to include the Asians, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans when speaking about the foundation and the genesis of hip-hop.
Well, you said that Fat Joe is disrespectful for saying that blacks and Latinos created hip-hop 50-50. Do you actually think? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, that's just not true.
It's not true.
Shout out to Joe.
Fat Joe, you been pushing this narrative, Fat Joe. It's not true. Your racism is coming out. You one of them up north dudes.
They came later.
You from up north, bro. And that's how I feel. Look at niggas. Y'all ain't never came down south.
Latinos with the blacks that all helped form hip-hop from the very concept.
Hell nah.
She just say that's not true.
Right.
Right, now, I never believed it was actually 50-50 because I feel like that's a far-fetched, right? But it's still, maybe what, 70-30, 60-40?
Okay, we'll take that.
She just saying that's not even 90-10.
Fuck you talking about?
Like, blacks created this shit, like 95 of it, and the Asians and the Latinos can share the 5%. That's what Tarina Sheed is saying.
Fuck you talking about?
So, Tarina Sheed would also say, man, that he believes that people even try to credit Latinos and Asians for contributing to the conception of hip-hop is a ploy to actually take away credit from black folks and ultimately give Latino Asians the full credit for,
Them folks rewriting history in our face. These folks talking in our face like we didn't create rap.
And then turns into guests in the culture because that's what they're trying to do.
That's what they doing.
Situation. They want to go from Latinos were 50-50 to Latinos actually create breakdancing and black folks got it from them. That's where it's going.
That's where it's going.
People are like, hey, let's put a timeout on this and back it up and tell the truth.
Tariq Nasheed is the only one who's calling out Fat Joe.
Come on, bro. There's plenty of niggas like this. I was Fat Joe a race.
Asians created hip-hop. Actual legendary rappers like Lord Jamar, they're also put it out. Now, Lord Jamar would say that Asians or Puerto Ricans, they had no role whatsoever in creating hip-hop, and this was all blacks. Down from the beats, down from the lyrics, down to breakdancing. This was all the works of African Americans, foundational black Americans. And
appreciate you fixing it. We not Africans, bro.
Do you feel like they played a part in creating hip hop?
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Absolutely not. Were they early? Were they the first leaders?
Yes.
Yes. Did they do things to help proliferate hip hop?
Yes.
Were they, do we have valuable people? The Puerto Rican culture that has contributed, absolutely.
Facts.
But in the beginnings,
the genesis
of hip hop,
man, it's niggas, the blacks in America.
This was very much a black American thing that had no outside influences from Puerto Rico or Jamaica.
None of this shit.
The type of place that you may name, the influence is, if anything, were from down south.
Thank you.
America.
Come down south.
Our parents' music, like it had nothing to do.
Come on,
with
bro.
any outside.
Memphis is historic. Right. Memphis holding land.
Say they were early contributors. Then my question is, how early do you have to be considered one of the founders? Like if hip hop was started in 1973 and in 1974 I was adding new elements to it, am I considered one of the founders? Or is it, like you have to have been at the first hip hop party or else you ain't one of the founders? Which, listen, I'm open to hearing that out, right? But I guess I just want a clearer definition of what is the founder. Because if new elements were added by these people, let's say in 1974 and 75, then they not founders?
They not founders. You gotta do your research, P. It's in the 50s, P. Black people come from the South. So before we move, we from here. We the Indians, fool. We have black and Indians, bro.
In the comments. Now, Lord Jamar went and addressed Fat Joe specifically. He would say that people like Fat Joe claiming that Puerto Ricans were involved in the conception of hip hop, that's just a pipe to make themselves feel good.
So why do you
That's
think
facts.
people like Fat Joe and Crazy Legs, they push narrative? It's like, for me, it's one thing for them to push it, but when people like, you know, KRS weren't pushing it, yeah, that's crazy, man.
Well, you know, I can definitely understand why people like Fat Joe or Crazy Legs or even a Pete Rock, you know, feel like they would push that narrative because that's what they heard. And quite frankly, it'll make you feel good. It makes you feel good. You know what I mean? If you somehow believe that you had a hand in something, but then when you find out otherwise, you know, it make you kind of salty. And it was nice to go with those myths or those narratives when they were put out there and all of that. But yeah, it's just not real.
Fat Joe has been taking this really tough and to heart. Fat Joe has even went out of his way, any and everyone.
Fool, Fat Joe been racist,
in
fool.
their bio, in their tweets. So if you consider yourself a foundationally Black American and you are repping that hard on Twitter, Fat Joe is blocking you because he considers them the worst of the worst. So Fat Joe go on a Math Hoffa podcast recently, and he would pretty much explain his disdain and hatred for FBAs. He would call them everything to the son other than a child of God.
Sometimes I say shit I've been saying for years. And the shit just go, you believe Fat Joe said hip hop was Puerto Rican and black?
He been yours though. He have.
My God, the world changed on me, nigga. I'm like, yo, where you been?
It's a new generation, Joe.
I think people outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand, you know, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans.
That's New York.
Because of European.
That's why niggas gotta get do their homework for when they go out of town. Them folks not black, y'all. Them folks is Indians and Asians. You black.
It's people who weren't here. Because that's not true.
They black past.
Right? Because Melly Mel, Grandmaster Caz, well, like Coke Rock, they were all part of that documentary saying the Rican had nothing to do with the conception of hip hop.
They didn't.
Like DJ Hollywood. So it's not just people outside of New York. It's not just casuals. No, it's actual hip hop legends who are giving this opinion too. So I feel like they will have a much better stance if they address it head on, like Fat Joe is about to do. He's about to address it head on. Other than just people outside of New York, because that's not true. Because Lord Jamar is from New York. He's a New York. Now, Fat Joe will start off by just going blank on FBAs, man. Calling them bro, calling them parasites, all type of stuff, man. Now, what I would say, though, is kind of ironic, though, that Fat using the N-word actively in this conversation as he speaks on why he belongs in hip-hop.
Let's start by this. Let's start by this.
Around each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that.
Oppressed people can't be racist, P.
These guys don't want to hear Jamaican. Don't want to hear Guyanese. Don't want to hear. They don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right. So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't Black American.
Right.
You want me to say a name? We're gonna give them too much clout. The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck, and their shit is to attack everyone on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, you know, your lips. Oh man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change it. They're not from New York.
Here's when Fat Joe goes back to vintage Fat Joe. See, Fat Joe is now the friendly uncle, and all of us forget that Fat Joe is actually gangster. Fat Joe begins to address Lord Jamar directly, and he blacks out, bro. He calls Lord Jamar trash, calls him corny, says he's the wackest. Yeah. Yo, Fat Joe went crazy on Lord Jamar. Yo, I'll be real. Yo, Lord Jamar owes Fat Joe a fade after what Fat Joe just said about Lord Jamar, man. Alright. Well, that was going super hard. I can understand it because he is a rapper who isn't too far removed from the conception of hip hop. Because let's say hip hop was started in '73, Fat Joe probably started dropping like late '80s, early '90s.
Nigga, you was one of them niggas who were playing on niggas, pimping on niggas. Boy, I never sign no nigga like you. You a racist.
And then them telling you, hey, bro, you not one of the pioneers of the founders.
You not.
But here's what Fat Joe had to say about Lord
Nigga ain't
Jamar.
no, nigga ain't. These nigga racist, fool.
I love Christmas. I don't love that we're working Christmas Eve.
Ethan, are you listening? Yeah, make sure.
So they telling a whole other story. This was whoopity doop wop. This is yo, bro. Far as I know, we're at Yankee Stadium right now, and it's hip 50th birthday. And the guy who invented it, Vance the Flash, my brother carried his crates. My babysitters made up the, let me hear, hey, ho, it's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear, say, ho. So they have a big problem, these guys, right? So they're against anybody who ain't with them. A popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much right here is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
There's a small minority that get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune. Your man Lord Jamal was a fucking Looney Tune. He's a loony bin, right? We just said that the drug of choice is attention, it's this and this and that. They get a guy, he was a legend, he's brand Nubian,
Right.
and he's the wackest nigga in the crew, be clear.
Fat Joe the only white man who can say the N-word that probably and freely then without no consequences, man. I know Fat Joe ethnicity or his nationality is probably Puerto Rican, but
You sound like a white boy.
Fat Joe until I, right? like
You racist.
Nationality, man, but your ancestry is clearly European. It's kind of like Canelo Alvarez, who's from Mexico, but his nationality is Mexican, but you can clearly see, his ancestry is European. But do I agree with Fat Joe's comments on Lord Jamar? No. Do I feel like Lord Jamar is doing anything outrageously out of the ordinary to go viral? I don't, bro. I do feel like he is being honest though with his opinions when it comes to Puerto Ricans and hip hop. Because Lord Jamar is one of those like super pro-black Hebrew Israelites dudes, right? No, I think he's a 5%. So he is one of those people who do put black before anything else. So if he's being honest and transparent with his opinion. But like, yeah, man, it's just odd, because this conversation could go either ways. If I'm well informed enough to give an actual opinion on who I think are the founders of it. How do I put Puerto Ricans and Asians into it, bro? I'm not well informed enough, man. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys, the real hip hop heads, man. In the comment section, let me know. Do you guys feel like the Puerto Rican has to be given a seat at the table when discussing the founders?
Buddy, happy Saturday and welcome.
Run me up, man. Tag a friend, yeah, and another friend. Time. Everybody get here.
Man, what the fuck got going on? Bro, why you use a picture of Will Smith? It's down.
Leaving the South, that's what it is.
I'm gonna go. Should I let the kid out there?
Man, what is this?